Hello, BookTube. Well, it's Thursday. That's Poetry Thursday, when all the coolest booktubers read you a poem. Maybe talk about it a little. I am reading you every poem almost from this big anthology, 20th Century American Poetry. And today we are up to a minor poet who our editors think belongs in this anthology. They're wrong. But as we mentioned many times before in this walk through this book, when you are tasked with this kind of a job, you get a few perks, and one of them is you can put in people who don't belong here. So this is the poet Thomas McGrath, who is noteworthy not for his poetry, but for the way he presages writing by identity that has now completely engulfed not only the genre of poetry, but all other genres. He presages that a little. The main thing that anybody knew about him when he was publishing poetry was that he was a communist. But it was more than that. It was the one-room schoolhouse. It was the ostentatious work boots. It was the plaid shirts. It was the red checkered tablecloth. It was the yellow legal pad. He didn't put the weird mystical stress on those things that they are now trotted out to use. But nevertheless, he made an impression of very showy authenticity, and I think that might be part of the reason why he's in here. Our editors have given us a couple of poems of his. I'm just going to read you one. It's called Jig Tune Not for Love. Jig Tune, not for love, which doesn't make any sense, and that also presages what's coming, because the back quarter of this book is going to be just gibberish. But we're not there yet. So this is from 1940. "Where are you going?" asked Manny the mayor. "What are you doing?" asked President Jane. "I'll bet you're a bastard," said Daniel the deacon. "We'll put you away where you'll never be seen." "There won't be no pardon," said Manny the murderer. "There won't be no stay," said Tommy Gun Jane. Said Daniel McBedlam, "You won't go no farther. My father won't even declare you insane." "For a madman's way," intoned Manny the magnate. "The public good," shouted Editor Jane. "I think he's a commie," cried Danny O'Garrott. "Oh, if you won't do murder, I call it a crime." "It's not a long drop," said Manny the hangman. "The rope will stop you," crooned juryman Jane. "In a box long and black," chanted Danny the flack. "We'll suit you warm to keep you out of the rain." "All flesh is grass," sighed Manny the mourner. The handsome young man wept, sobbed Sister Jane. "R.I.P. prayed Capital Daniel. If he were alive, we could kill him again." I don't have much to say about the poem this time around, like last time and like next time, because if you don't know what that poem's about, you are given no way to know what that poem's about. You either know or you don't. If you don't know what it's about, I would assume that you don't, that is going to be the next best thing to gibberish. At least it has structure and a couple of evocative turns of phrase. But it doesn't make any sense. You're not going to know either what the poem says or what the poet is trying to say. And I wouldn't care so much. There's a lot of that coming, but to go through that with a minor figure, I guess the editors thought he needed to be in here. So that's our very, very anticlimactic Poetry Thursday for today. But we have some big names coming, including one huge name where I will read you 2 or 3 poems. So stay tuned for that. I guess there are minor figures as well. These editors, the closer they get to their own present day, to their own working life, the more minor figures they include. I think probably because they were estimating that they would not remain minor, and almost all of their estimates have been wrong. So we'll go at them together. So I'll wrap this up for now, and I will see you next week. Thank you, BookTube.